Hey guys, so I said in my last video that I cannot stop thinking about the show, and this is true. Now that I'm 4 episodes in, I just keep thinking about everything that we've seen so far, and I love it. And I'm still in shock from what John did at the end of the last episode by giving that eye of protection to Rosemary. I was like, some people might think it was a bad thing, but I don't think so at all. I've noticed John so far seems to appreciate kindness. Maybe that will change. But of course he didn't know who Corinthian is, but for him it was just the kindness of a stranger. But he was like, hey, once I get to where I'm going and get back on my feet, I'll give you back your coat. So he was willing to give him back his coat. He appreciated that this random stranger, who he thought was a random stranger, was giving him his coat, and he was going to return it. And then Rosemary gave him a ride. He didn't fault her for hitting him. He was like, no, it's my fault. She did kind of betray him a little bit with the whole, call the police. But in a way, I think he kind of understood. John is smart. So, yeah, I think he kind of understood. He expected her to leave when he arrived at his unit, because he came out and he's like, why are you still here? And she says, I know I'm going to regret this. Do you need a ride? And so the fact that he got out of the car and went to his unit expecting her to leave meant, obviously, he was going to leave her alone. He was going to let her live. Some might argue and say, oh, he'll find her later and hurt her, because she did mention where she lived, but she didn't obviously mention her address, so you never know. But then she stayed. And then she offered him a ride somewhere else. And for him, I think that trumped her wanting to call the police on him. And that's when he was like, yeah, I'm going to give you the eye of protection and you'll be okay. So I looked at that as a good thing. Some people might be like, oh God, no. But I look at that as a good thing, because obviously he's saying that she won't be hurt. When the time comes, she can give it to someone like her daughters or something. Speaking of John, he is in the thumbnail for today's episode. 24/7. With Morpheus caught off guard, John settles in at a diner to watch the people around him and puts his theory about truth and lies to a terrifying test. And they're caught off guard, obviously, because Morpheus tried to get his ruby, and as John said, it had been altered. And so when he picked it up, something happened, and they both got, knocked out. So I'm guessing that, that John is just going to be experimenting on people. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. Let's get started. That had been some powerful magic.
Get up. Mean it. Seriously. We gotta get you out of here. I gotta get your ruby back.
See, as I said, he doesn't like Matthew, but he will end up liking him.
Off for as long as possible. Thank you, though.
Well, how about lunch then? Seeing I was having Spanish salad, I could have my foot and grilled chicken in that for you.
Yeah, I got some time. That sounds good.
That's because you know when to stop.
How do you mean? It's like midnight, and I haven't heard from her since. She hasn't answered my calls or texts.
Was that supposed to be a shadow of Matthew? I don't think so, because it was staying with.
Everyone here is judging me.
No one cares.
You. Beth. Marsh. No, I might be so much happier if I just got to food.
No.
That doesn't think is good enough for you.
Shit about my brother, though.
How smart you are.
Or luck.
I didn't want to kill anyone.
Yes, you did. And you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. That was a warning, John. Are you going to heed the warning or no?
Is this your palace? Dream, Lord. Is this your throne, King of Lies? Well, it's mine now! Are you watching? Can you see me?
Of course he can.
Using your powers to burn away your life. Stop.
It is not too late to save yourself.
Oh, you think it's me that needs saving?
Your father stole the ruby from me
Mm-hmm.
and cursed you with it.
You mean he blessed me with it?
Cursed.
Your reign ended when my father captured you. Your freedom is my birthright.
No, it's not. He stole him. He captured him. That's not your birthright.
Your power resides within me. How does it feel to know I hold your life in my hands?
You are hurting the dreamers.
I won.
No, you didn't.
Thank you, John.
There you go.
I killed you.
No, you didn't.
You destroyed the ruby and released the power inside it. I would never have thought of that. I've forgotten just how much of myself I had placed in the jewel.
Are you going to kill me?
He should.
I could. Perhaps I will. But the dreamstone was not made for mortals. And it came to you through no fault of your own. So no, John, I will not kill you. Sleep well, John.
He's back in an asylum. He's just gonna make him sleep. Yep. And now Dream is more powerful than he was since he had put so much of himself into the ruby. It's now been released.
The damage the ruby did. Can you undo it?
The ruby didn't do this. John merely used it to reveal the wounds that were hidden, but never healed. Tomorrow, the rebuilding will begin. In this realm of mine. But tonight at least, humanity will sleep in peace.
Uh-oh. It definitely was a nice commentary, you could say, on at least their interpretation of how things could be if you kind of eliminated dreams and people told the truth. I like how Morpheus was showing that Bette wanted to, help the world through her writing by being an author. An author? Gary wanted to make his dad proud. And saying that, hope, which is kind of a part of dreams in a way, because when you have hope, it's kind of connected somewhat. That by having that, that's what kind of makes you human. But if you take that away and you don't have that, then we kind of become savages, which can be true. But of course, Joanna kind of showed us another side with her, and that was not Pearl Mackie. I looked it up. I was surprised. I thought shit for sure. It looked like her. It sounded like her. So I'm surprised it wasn't. So Pearl Mackie has a doppelganger, apparently. Joanna showed a different side of humanity, a side, that yes, we can and do care, and we will sometimes go as far as we can for humanity. Do humans suck in general? Yes. But we still have some redeeming qualities, and sometimes we can let those qualities come out. Humans still suck, don't get me wrong. But yeah, we can sometimes still push past the evil. It kind of reminds me a little bit of what Dr. Loomis said in Halloween when he was talking about Samhain or Samhain. And he called it Samhain, so I'm going to refer to it as Samhain, even though it's actually Samhain. He said Samhain isn't witches or ghosts. He said it's the unconscious mind. We're all afraid of the dark inside ourselves. And that's what John was showing. He was showing the dark inside of ourselves, showing us what we can do if we let that darkness out. But Morpheus obviously was showing the other side, the good side. Humans are two sides of a coin. We've got a dark side and we've got a light side. So that was a really good episode, And then, obviously I knew Morpheus was going to be okay because the show is called Sandman. You're not going to continue the show without him. That's the thing, with these shows, they have, they try to, kill a character or maybe a character dies or something, and I'm like, they're going to be back. They're the lead. Most shows do not do a Game of Thrones type way. I couldn't think of a better word, where they kill off the lead. Sometimes they do, but for the most part, most shows are not going to kill off a main character. Unless it's, the end of the show or the end of their contract. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me for episode 5 of The Sandman. I will be starting episode 6 here shortly. I hope you enjoyed my reactions. I am loving this show. I swear. I am so glad I decided to react to it because I keep thinking about it. And of course, each episode just adds more to what I'm going to be thinking about. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content, hit that notification bell so you will be alerted when the next episode of The Sandman comes out. I will see you guys for episode 6. I hope you all have a great day.